And honestly, we haven't had something chaotic like a bush toilet in the alphabet build series for a minute, so it's kind of nice to have a little bit of chaos happening. Hi, hey, hello, my name is Sarah, and welcome to another Sims 4 alphabet build challenge video where I build houses in the shapes of different letters of the alphabet in The Sims 4 because I'm not a good builder, so I make silly builds on purpose. And today we are up to the letter W, and I was scared. I was scared of the building side itself because I'm not a confident builder, and W is kind of an awkward shape and I wasn't sure how I was going to go about it. And then I was also scared that we weren't going to have a lot to furnish with, because a twist that I have on this challenge is I also furnish using build and buy items whose titles start with the same letter of the alphabet I'm building with. The example I always give for this challenge, so that you understand what I mean, is that for the letter D house, I had to use this bush toilet as the toilet for the house because it was the only toilet that we had starting with the letter D, being the duty calls toilet bush. So things can get a little bit chaotic in this challenge, but it also makes me use things that I would never normally use. Normally, I would go into The Sims 4 and we'd have a look at the shell and we'd have a look at the floor plan, but apparently I overrode the shell with the actual completed version of the house. When I saved the house to my library, I overrode the shell, so I no longer have the shell to show you. I do apologize. So we are going to jump into The Sims 4, but we're going to jump straight into the letter W speed build. I do have a lot to talk to you about with this build, so I'm excited. Let's get into it. So as we're furnishing here, you'll be able to see kind of the floor plan that I have going on anyway, because the beginning of these speed builds is me kind of placing the furniture into each room, and then I go through and sort it out from there. So I do have to say, with this letter W, I was quite impressed with the shape. Not that you can really see much of it, but I will get to show you the shape when it's all done. But I did decide when I was getting all of the furniture out that I was going to split the letter W down the middle, and we were going to use The Sims 4 for rent once again and make this a duplex, two different apartments on the same lot that join with a wall in the middle, a duplex. So they're two very different builds though, and we're starting with this build, which is kind of a more older feel. I generally get a vibe for Sims when I'm doing these builds, which is so strange, but I kind of felt like this was going to be an older couple in here. We had a lot of vintage kind of furniture and vintage kind of wallpapers and stuff, kind of looking a bit worn, and so I felt like maybe this first apartment was going to be an elderly couple, maybe some grandparents. And I say grandparents because these are 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom apartments, and the second bedroom in this apartment, this duplex apartment, is a child's bedroom, and I kind of thought maybe that's their grandchild's room when their grandchild comes to stay with them. So we do have a lot of the older furniture, and that being said, I was so impressed with how much furniture we had on offer, which is why I was able to make this a duplex to begin with, because we had so much for the letter W that I was able to create one complete apartment with its own style and another complete apartment with its own completely different style. That's how much furniture we had starting with the letter W. I was so impressed because I was really scared that we weren't going to have any furniture options, but I was able to create fully furnished homes. They are fully functional as well. The only thing that is missing is a stove and an oven. And we didn't even have a fridge that started with the letter W, but I deem fridges to be more essential than stoves, because at least with a fridge your Sims can grab quick meals, so your Sims need a fridge to eat, whereas they don't actually need a stove to eat. So that's what I decided to do. In this beautiful older looking apartment, we have beautiful stained glass windows from Realm of Magic that I had to use, as well as a lot of the stuff from Growing Together, the beautiful stained glass windows that come with the windows and the doors. I was so happy to be able to use them in this little apartment, and you will get to see more of the vintage vibes when it's fully decorated as well. But moving into the other apartment now, this is definitely a more modern apartment, more modern and kind of sleek. We do have to use our bush as the toilet once again, as I know you will have already seen. It's the only toilet that we had starting with the letter W. It's the one that comes with werewolves, and it's like wolf toilet. I don't know, I can't remember exactly what it's called, but it's wolf something, so we had to use that, unfortunately. And the only shower we had was this timber shower that came with outdoor retreat as well. So they both had that, but aside from the bathrooms, the rest of the furniture in these two apartments is completely different and gives off completely different vibes. So we're in the parents' bedroom of this second apartment because I kind of felt felt for this apartment, this more modern apartment, that maybe it was a younger couple that have a child that had moved into this apartment. We have much more modern vibes, and honestly, thank the heavens for rent, because the white lily set is like everything you are seeing in this build, I swear. There's so much of the white lily furniture set from The Sims 4 for rent. We've got the white lily dining table and chairs, the counters, the cabinets, the chest of drawers, the bed in the bedroom. We've got like this little vanity table kind of thing that happens in the lounge room, and also like the lounge chairs and stuff. All the white lily set. So the white lily set really came through for this apartment, meant that I was able to create this more modern and sleek vibe as well. Super nice, completely chill vibes in this apartment, and much more homely in a different way to the other apartment. The other apartment has homely vibes in that it's been a little bit worn, it needs to be a bit refreshed perhaps, whereas this one is homely in the warmth of it, even though there's a lot of beige going on in here with a couple of little pops of accent colors, but it still feels warm and homely, and I can't wait for you to see it fully decorated as well, because one thing I have to say is we have 2 separate yards outside of this build, but you will see it when it's fully decorated anyway, but they have beautiful backyards. Both of these apartments, really different vibes, beautiful backyards. That is the end of the speed build. You've only seen the bare bones, the most basic. You haven't seen them fully decorated, fully landscaped, nothing, and I'm so excited to also show you the shape of these apartments as well on the floor plan. Let's jump into The Sims 4 and I will take you on a tour, and then we'll have a look at the actual building itself. So this is actually the letter W house from the front, and you'll see both of these apartments have their own walkways up to their own front doors. The only wall that they share is right in the middle, and you might even be seeing where the wallpapers end. I did completely different outside wallpapers and everything because I wanted it to be essentially like they're 2 completely different buildings. They just share one wall is all. So I think I'm actually going to go with the more modern apartment first. So let's come and take a look at this one really quick. So when you walk through the front door, this is what you see. You can see straight through a door to outside in the backyard. We will get to the backyard in just a moment, but this is the living space right here, the lounge room, fireplace. Importantly, I need to mention there is no TVs in either of these apartments. So that was a thing. Anyway, there's also no bookcases, but it's fine because if we take a swing around, we do have a little TJ booth. It started with the letter W and it's a skill building item, so I kind of felt like I needed to include it and felt like I had nowhere else to put it but right here. So kind of awkward, totally fine. You got to have a little bit of crazy in the alphabet builds. Over here, we've got the child's bedroom. So I think we're going to go in here now because I love this little child's bedroom. Ended up being this pink and beige kind of accented room. We've got Whiskers, the little rat that you can see here. Whiskers is a pet, so that was a nice thing that I could fill a wall with, and we've got just some pretty nice casual cozy pink vibes for this child's bedroom. And then through this door we've got an ensuite bathroom, because both of these bedrooms have an ensuite bathroom, because it's just the way that the floor plan worked out. I will show you the floor plan after we finish the tours, I promise. The bush toilet's so unfortunate, but it's totally fine. You gotta do what you gotta do. And honestly, we haven't had something chaotic like a bush toilet in the alphabet build series for a minute, so it's kind of nice to have a little bit of chaos happening. And then we've just got some decor on the shower as well. So that is this bathroom. Heading back over to the lounge room though, we've got an archway through to the kitchen and dining space, and I really like this space actually. Fully decorated, I think it's quite nice actually. The white lily set is a beautiful set from The Sims 4 for rent. Over here we've got this white lily dresser and the bin. Now this dresser is actually a dresser where you change your clothes, but I had so many different options for dresses that I'm kind of pretending that it's a kitchenware hutch. Like you'd have like plates and stuff in there, like all the fancy china and stuff in there is kind of what I'm pretending. Then through this door we've got the parents' bedroom, the main bedroom of the house, a divider immediately to give some privacy because the bed is right in front of the door, so to have some privacy I thought would be nice. And then if we come around this way, we've got like a pale blue as an accent color in this room, really nice as well. There's not a lot in here, but I kind of feel like this family, they're very sleek, they're very minimalist, they don't have have a lot going on. They just have enough to function and to live, and that was kind of the vibe. Also, these rooms are massive. I didn't realize when I was building the build how big these rooms are, but they're massive, so it was going to be hard to completely fill them anyway. And then we've got the door to the ensuite bathroom here as well, which is pretty much exactly the same as the other one. A bush toilet over here, shower over here. Just like on the inside, it's pretty simple out here. We've got some plants on the walls and stuff. We've got some wind chimes. We've got a sleek dining table, like a picnic table outside under cover, and then a little seating area, and that's really all we've got going on in the backyard. With that said, that is the modern apartment. So let's go and take a look at the more vintage apartment now. The worn, the beautiful wisteria framing the front door. Oh, you do in fact love to see it. Completely different vibes already. Let's go inside and take a look. So this is what we've got. It's kind of more darker and not dingy, just older. It just feels a little bit older as all. We've got some more classic styles in here immediately. This archway is beautiful and I'm so glad I was finally able to use it. Look at these stained glass windows that come with freaking growing together. Beautiful, absolutely stunning. I hate this fireplace, but it's fine. And this is a case of if it's bad, you just make it dark, like I mentioned in the last video, because if you can't see it, well, you can't really tell that it's bad, so it's not great. But this is what I had to go with, so it's definitely interesting. We had a lot of woven furniture in here, like we've got some baskets on the wall, the wicker set here. Woven was a good keyword for the letter W. Unfortunately, this fish light is a thing that exists and was one of the only lights that we had. We had two lights, this one and then the big industrial strip light that I felt kind of worked better for the vibes of the other apartment than this apartment. So anyway, totally fine. We're gonna go through into the kitchen first, I think. So the kitchen, we've got the cottage living set, beautiful here. Really nice with yellow as an accent color, even though it's supposed to be an older feeling kitchen, and you can kind of get that from like the state of the wallpaper. It looks a bit run down. It still feels really nice and classic in here. We've got a big dining table in here, some plates on the wall, and we do have an actual china cabinet over here, which is nice. And then through this door, we've got the main bedroom of this house, and straight away you're going to be seeing some interesting vibes in here. We've got the cupcake machine, because the cupcake machine starts with the letter W, and I thought, when else am I ever going to use this? Ever. I've got the space for it in this bedroom, so this bedroom kind of doubles as like a skill building room as well, because we do also have the woodworking bench in here. We've got another fireplace, and then over here we've got this desk, and again it's kind of dingy and dark in here. I do apologize for that. I should put more lights in. Anyway, this desk over here, I was kind of feeling like maybe the grandmother of this house, maybe she does some sewing, maybe she does some textiles, maybe she makes some clothes and stuff, and this is the desk that she works at, which is why she's got like this woman's mannequin bust thing here. And then this rack of clothes are the clothes that she's made. That's kind of like the story that I was making up. Anyway, totally fine. We've also got a little desk area. So then through this door, we've got the ensuite bathroom. So slightly different vibes to the other apartment. We've got the cottage living counters once again. They've still got the bush toilet, still got the outdoor retreat shower, just a couple of different things to differentiate them, and that's all. And then heading back to the other side of the house, we have the child's bedroom through this door, which is, I was kind of feeling like it's their grandchild that comes to stay with them occasionally. So it's not fully furnished like a normal child's bedroom would be, because it's not always occupied. It's just when their grandchild comes to stay. But it's still really cute, I think. It's like the grandparents have done their best with what they have to make this a fun space for them. So we do have the well-loved, I think this is the well-loved, well-something little toy box. Definitely feels the vintage vibes. We've got some decals on the walls and some stars on the walls for space over here. And then we've got like this little corner, which I was kind of pretending was a reading nook, except we don't have any bookcases, so it's totally fine. And then through this door, we've got the other bathroom, and it is exactly the same essentially as the other one. We've got the bush toilet, we've got the shower, we've got some stained glass windows. It is lovely, but Honestly, the best part of this entire build is this backyard. And I'm not just talking about for this apartment, I'm talking about the entire letter W. My favorite space is this backyard because we had some amazing things I was able to use out here. So let's take a look. It is a green wonderland out here. Like, you can really tell that this elderly couple take pride in their garden. We had so much stuff from the romantic garden stuff pack that I was able to use here. Like the fountain that you're seeing in the middle here, romantic garden stuff. The wishing well over here, the romantic garden stuff. This little fountain of the lion next to it, the romantic garden stuff. This little statue thing here, romantic garden stuff. And I think even like this rose fencing behind it, romantic garden stuff. We had so much from romantic garden stuff that just fit this beautiful vibe so perfectly. So games table out here as well, card games and stuff, because that's what you do with grandparents. And then it's just like a lush green oasis. But then over in this corner, I kind of had a little bit of fun with this corner. We had the phone box that comes with cottage living. How could I not? I love this phone box. It's so cute. And then we've got the little wild rabbits tree stump thing as well that comes from cottage living. And then we've got this tent. Now this tent is not a functional tent. It is a prop that comes with Get Famous, but just fitting in with the vibes of like a grandchild coming to stay. Maybe when that grandchild comes to stay, they like to do a camp out in the backyard. When I was little, I used to do camp outs in our backyard from time to time, and it was so much fun just sitting up a tent and camping in your own backyard. So kind of similar vibes is what I was feeling for that, but I just really love this backyard space. It is absolutely perfect. Even with the like the floor tile, it's like it was meant to be. Seriously, absolutely love this space. This is definitely my favorite outdoor space for a letter of the alphabet build challenge. Seriously, so freaking cute. But now that we've finished the tour, this is what the letter W building actually looks like from top down. So it took me so long to do this shell. I did a couple of different letter W configurations. This one was the best. I tried to do it where it was all angles, and the angles just weren't working, so I had to include some straight pieces as well as angles. And then the roofing took me absolutely forever to work out, and it was kind of a nightmare, but honestly it does the job. So now we can see the floor plan a little bit better as well. So I'm going to start with the vintage apartment. So you walk in through here, this is the lounge room here, we've got the child's bedroom off the lounge room and their ensuite bathroom, and then we've got the kitchen over here, the parents' bedroom and their ensuite bathroom, and then the joining wall in the middle, we have the two kids' bedrooms that back onto each other and the two kids' bathrooms that back onto each other as well. So in the modern apartment, you walk through into the lounge room here, child's bedroom here, their bathroom here, kitchen and dining over here, the parents' bedroom here, and the ensuite bathroom over here as well. So if you guys would like to download this build for yourself, it will be on the gallery. My gallery ID is sezrawrr, the exact same way it's spelled here, and you will find it under the letter W Duplex. It does use a lot of packs because I am filtering through every single item in this game to be able to bring you these builds. Pictures on this one are pretty woeful, honestly. You can't even really tell it's a letter W from the pictures, so just take my word for it, you've seen it. So it is a residential rental, The Sims 4 for rent, and it does have 2 units, 4 bedrooms in total and 4 bathrooms in total, 2 in each. But you guys, that's all I've got for this video of building a house in the shape of the letter W. It went way better than I was expecting. I was so scared coming into this build. That being said, the letter X is next. And this time I am actually truly terrified because we're not gonna have very much furniture options, so I'm gonna have to try and figure something out. I don't know what I'm gonna do for that build. So if you wanna see that build or any other Sims content that I've got coming your way, hit the subscribe button down below and hit the notification bell next to it to be notified of every time that I upload. And if you liked this video, let me know by hitting the like button down below and leave me a comment as well. Leave me the watermelon emoji in the comments down below to let me know that you got this far in the video, you enjoyed the letter W build, and that you're intrigued and scared and excited like I am for the letter X build. But guys, I hope you're having the greatest day ever, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!